All right, Don Julio the Barber checking in. Winning Life episode. What episode is this?
I don't know. This is like this is like the 20th.
All right, this is like the 20th episode, I think. Don Julio the Barber is featuring here in the Winning Life episode. You know what I'm saying? We got the goats.
Just you need some gas on.
Alright, what's up, guys? Welcome to Winning a Life. I'm Nation,
And I'm King Caleb.
and we got a special guest on this episode today. We got Don Julio, man. What's going on, man?
What's good, brother? How you doing, man?
Don
What's good, brother?
Julio,
How y'all
man.
doing,
Yes,
man?
sir.
Yo, Don Julio, the barber, man. We gave him a little shout out, maybe like an episode or a couple episodes ago.
Right.
But
Man, for
yeah,
the people that don't know who you are, tell the people, man. Who is Don Julio?
Okay. Checking in, Don Julio the Barber. Obviously, I'm a barber, as you guys can tell, you know. But other than a barber, I'm a servant, man. Overall, I'm a servant. I'm a lover, you know what I'm saying? I love people, you know what I'm saying? I love everything about what God just placed here in front of my life, man.
Amen.
But 25. Oh, not 25. Why I said 25? I'm 24 years old. 24 years old. Born in Miami, raised in Tampa, raised by my grandparents. You know what I'm saying?
when's your birthday?
Dang, dog.
What's up?
Gotta tell y'all my birthday.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Y'all want my social too?
Oh my gosh. This man. Fine, you can tell us later
All
on
right.
camera.
Off camera.
Off camera.
Okay. I just want to know who's older.
We're
97.
We're older.
Yeah. He's my brother. But yeah,
I mean, what else do you do? Because we know,
I'm a
Yeah.
businessman, you know? I'm a businessman. I'm a man of God, you know what I'm saying? I love the Lord. I love Jesus. Businessman, you know, servant, you know, self-explanatory. It's not too much to me. I'm not an overcomplicated person. Just like every other dude out here, just trying to live the best life and be successful, treat others with respect, love others. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Nothing much to it.
Speaking of success, how did you get started? What made you want to become a barber?
Wow. Okay. So what made me decide to become a barber? Basically, it all started. My 8th grade year. My grandmother, she bought some clippers. And I actually took the clippers and decided to open it up and, you know, look at it. My uncle, he was like, "Hey, cut my hair." I was like, "Oh, cut your hair." So I was like, "Okay." Started cutting my uncle hair, and then he gave me $5.
Oh, how old were you?
I was like 13, 12, I don't know,
Okay.
around that age. So then my cousins were staying at my house for a while because of, you know, some issues that happened within the family. And I used to like edge up my cousins in the bathroom and in the back laundry room. So one of my cousins, Travis, shout out to Travis, I love you, bro. Travis, he was like, I asked him, "Let me cut your hair." He's like, "Okay, no problem." Sat there, caped him up like, you know, we in the barbershop. Go to cut his hair. I'm looking at him, I'm like, "Dang, why you so patchy right here?" Like, it's like a bald patch right here. I'm just going over it, and it's making it worse. And I was like, "Oh, maybe I can fix it." So I went to edge him. So I'm taking it back where I patched him at, you know. Anyways, my grandma had to come in and cut him bald.
No way.
Yeah. My grandma had to cut him bald. We were like in middle school, and, you know, I ended up having to pay him for the haircut. But from there, that's when I decided, like, man, I gotta learn how to cut hair. I didn't say I want to be a barber. I just want to learn how to cut hair. Fast forward, 2015, my senior year in high school, they finally gave me a barbering course at my high school. Took it, and I was taking it serious. I really loved it. And my teacher, Miss Grooms, she really showed me and like really explained how, as a barber, this is like a stepping stool towards different avenues that I could take within business. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And she just showed me like, hey man, you can make some great money. Who don't want to make great money? And plus, it's fun. You get to talk to people, you
Right.
know, chill. So from there, I was like, okay, I'm gonna take this serious. Started my first day at HEC after I graduated. It was like, you got to pay for school out of pocket. I was like, nope. And after that, just waited for barber school to start. Started paying on that. And from there, that's how I go. That's how it went. Just took off from there. 2018, got my license. I was fully licensed as a barber stylist. And we're here now.
That's what's
Wow.
up, man. Number one barber in Florida.
Hey,
United States, man.
I would like to say that, but I can't. I can't say that. I let the people. I let the people say it, not me. I ain't gonna say it. I'll just let the people say it.
Yeah.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah, man.
Real talk, man. That's dope. That's
Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it.
Is that how you guys into the? I know you also have your hair product, which you didn't mention.
Oh yeah. My hair care brand. Yeah. So basically, yeah, it all tied in together. It all tied in together. I used to always watch my grandma putting oils in her hair, and using Haitian castor oil, which is one of my main ingredients, and I'm really proud of using Haitian castor oil. So, watching my grandmother use it and stuff like that, I started using it on my clients' hair. They started saying, "Yeah, man, my hair be shiny. It's good, feels great. Moisturize, cool." So then, how I really started the brand, I always said, "Okay, I'm gonna start a brand," but I ain't never really put any effort to doing it. So one day, one of my clients, his name is E. He brought his brother. His brother has like alopecia, which is like a scalp condition where you just kind of have like you either bald in certain areas, spots, or you just lose all your hair at once type thing. So I was looking at his scalp, and he's like, "Man, you got anything for this? Oh, how can you cut me for this?" And I was like, "Man, yeah, I'll cut you bald." But then, one thing about people, they're sensitive about their hair.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Guys, right now I have a beanie on because I don't have a haircut.
That's why I got a cap on.
You feel me? So I didn't want to say that.
Just...
I didn't want to be like, yo, I'm cut you bald because, that'll probably traumatize me. But I was like, I just looked at his scalp. I was like, it looked dry. Took some shea butter, Haitian castor oil that I got from my cousin who, smuggled it into the country, mixed it, prayed over it, gave it to him in a cup. And from there, like, he basically told his brother, and his brother told me, like, yo, it works. The patch is growing in.
Nice.
Growing in better than the cream that the dermatologist gave him.
Mm.
I was like, oh,
For real?
right. Anything that God made here on earth,
Natural
what I'm saying?
oil is always the
Natural,
best.
natural stuff is the best thing compared to, that chemically synthetic stuff that
Right.
they're making. But, yeah, and that's how that started. And from there, just expanded. Still growing, still learning, still tweaking. It's like a never-ending process. But, yeah, that's how Divine Roots, Divinier Roots, whatever you want to call it, came into the picture.
Wow. That's awesome.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah, I heard that.
Yeah, it's not my stomach or something like that, man. I was like, I need to eat.
But yeah.
Yeah, so that was thanks for sharing, man. Like, how everything got started and whatnot. But yeah, I know you're a successful businessman and things like that. At least
Thank you.
it sounds like it, man.
Wow.
You're doing pretty good.
Yeah.
So I just didn't know if you had like any specific routines that you did, because we talk about like morning routines and bedtime routines and stuff like that too. So like, do you have like a set structure for your day? Like, how do you?
Well, I'm not gonna lie. And I'm working on my routine. It's like a day. It's honestly is constant daily process of working on it, tweaking it, and trying to get better. But what I would like my routine to be like, first thing in the morning, 4, because I usually wake up at like 4 a.m. naturally, and then sometimes I have to make myself go back to sleep. So 4, I wake up, take a leak, head back to the bed, and I just drop straight on my knees. I start praying. Pray. Then after I get back in my bed, get on YouTube on my phone, and play like different prayers or morning affirmations in a day. Just so while I'm laying there, I'm just soaking that in, and then wake up. Of course, I'll just rinse off my face, drink tea, drink tea. After I drink some tea, probably I might just go on a run, quick run or something like that. Get back to the house, shower, eat, then brush my teeth. After I eat, get ready and slide to work. You know what I'm saying? Go to work. Then after that, leave work. Go hit the gym. But in between that time throughout the day, I take time to just quickly duck off, read my Bible, pray, stuff like that. And that's what I've been trying to implement more. Just really implementing time that I spend with God.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's the most important thing. But usually, probably in the beginning of the week, I probably set a goal for the week. Set like little daily goals. Here and there,
Right.
just to help me. But I don't really have a set routine yet. I don't really have a set system yet. I'm working on that right now. But yeah.
That's pretty good, man. I mean, a lot of praying throughout the day, which is good. And then in fact, you go on a run in the morning, and then also like you hit the gym
Right.
too at the
Right.
end of the night. So that's pretty cool.
Right.
I want to touch on the physical aspect. How important would you say is working your body? Helping with your routine. Relieving stress.
Well,
Because I know you're an active person.
right.
We're all pretty active.
Being active is really important. Not only for mental health or whatever, but really for your health. Period. Just for your health. Period. You don't. I'm pretty sure no one wants to live life, worrying about sicknesses and diseases, unless that's what something God placed in your life.
Right.
But thank God, I don't have any conditions that I worry about right now. But I do think about stuff later in the future or that could pop up on me, because of my parents, my grandparents, high blood pressure, diabetes.
Right.
So being active is a huge part of me, and just also is a part of my personal development. Like me feeling confident. I wouldn't feel right if I just didn't look right. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I really try to focus on, my appearance, not for others, but just for me.
You, right.
You know what I'm saying? It's good to look right. You know what I'm saying? That's why we get haircuts.
Right.
That's why we work out and stuff like that. So
You look good, you feel good, you do good.
right.
Mm.
Right.
Like that. What would you say what inspires you? Because I know we all want to be successful, and you are one of the guys that is really working on himself, working on his life, working on his future. What inspires you to get up in the morning and be like, hey, I gotta do this for my future?
Well, it's like what inspired me is the way that I grew up. You get what I'm saying? So, not to go off into a tangent, but I wasn't raised by my mother and father. And my grandparents raised me. So they sacrificed a lot, especially for me, I would say personally. And so part of my inspiration is my grandparents. My grandfather just passed away in November.
Sorry to hear that.
Oh, good. It's life. But part of what inspires me is just like me setting up a foundation for my future kids and my future grandchildren, not grandparents.
Mm-hmm.
But that's really what inspires me. It's just the future, my future kids that I don't have yet, my future grandchildren that I don't have yet. I'm really
building generational wealth.
right. I'm just trying to build not only just wealth, but just a sound foundation in Christ.
Right.
And a sound foundation in all aspects of life, sound foundation in health. I just want to build a good foundation for my kids and their kids to come. So that's really what it motivates me. And also, I'm pretty sure we all have issues in our family. Our families, we pay attention to our families, right?
Mm-hmm.
And how our family dynamic is. I would like to change that. I would like to, be different from what my family dynamic is currently right now. You know what I'm saying? So that's really where my inspiration comes from. Just want to live better, be better. You know what I'm saying? Just be better than where I come from. You know what I'm saying?
It's awesome,
yeah.
man.
That's what's up, man. I mean, I think yeah, like everybody, I feel like we want to like build off of what was already given to you. Like, of course, I'd want to make sure my kids are well off and things like that, and also what you're saying too is like it's not. I don't know if you say like break generational curse, but you're just saying like change that dynamic because although it shaped the person that you are today, you still want to make sure your kids are
Right.
well taken care of.
And imagine, like, thank God I'm the way that I am right now. You know, I'm constantly gonna get better. But imagine if I came from more of a solid foundation background.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Not comparing myself to anyone else, but imagine, how further I would be. So I just think about that for my children, which I don't have any children, like I said, and their children. I just think about that, like, okay, how further would they be? And how much of an impact would they be able to make in society?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So another thing is, like you say, I'm like popular or whatever the case is. Like, that's a lot of pressure. You know what I'm saying? So for me,
Because
I
you also
have
got to maintain an image.
I'm not trying to maintain an image. I more so gotta be an example.
Example. Okay. Right.
You know what I'm saying? The right example. Because there's a lot of examples, but there's a lot of wrong examples.
Facts.
And I would rather be the right example. Although it may take me longer to, get to the millions. It may take me longer to, have that quote unquote like American dream lifestyle that
Right.
people portray through social media. But I would rather do it the right way. You know what I'm saying? With integrity, with Christ, which is the most important thing in my life. Like, just for me to live a Christ-centered life. So I'm really trying to be very transparent with that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Be honest with myself and be honest with others. Like, yeah, I'm flawed, but this is what it is, and
Right.
I'm seeking to get better and do better through Christ.
I like what you say because I talk about this with him all the time. Like, this generation is like lacking good role models.
Right.
There's a lot of role models, but there's not a lot of good role models.
Yeah.
Facts. And one thing I noticed too, with this generation, like, people are gravitating towards people who have money or who talk a lot about wealth and money. You know what I'm saying? And I'm one of those people that would do that too. But now I'm starting to see myself kind of back away from that because it's saturated around us, like money, 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 money,
Right.
getting this bread. It's I feel like it's pointless, it's useless, and it is. It's vanity. And I'm more so shifting my focus on like real health, and not only real health, but spiritual richness. Things that money can't buy. I'm trying to focus on things like that: love, patience, peace, faith, perseverance. I'm trying to focus more on things like that because I honestly understand and know that, once I have all those things intact and, a good foundation of all those things, when the money does come, it's nothing. It's another tool. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
First is, this is another aspect of me that makes me me, but I don't want that to make me me.
Right.
I want my wisdom, the wisdom that God gave me to make me me. I want the love that I show people, you know what I'm saying, my integrity, you know what I'm saying, to make me me and make people look up to me versus, anything else.
Because I always say, like, if I were to die today or tomorrow, I want people to know that, like, I was a leader, I was showing love. Like, if they were at my funeral, I want to leave a legacy that, like, oh, Caleb, he was showing love, he was kind to people, he's patient and stuff. Because you can have all the money in the world, but if you lose your soul.
Right. Yeah. I was reading that today actually. Like, what's the point of gaining your whole, or gaining the whole world and losing your soul?
Right.
So it's like, I kind of understand what both of you were saying. It's like, money definitely is not everything, right? Like, there are bigger things than money. And at the same time, of course, you definitely want to be a leader of these people to show them, like, hey, life ain't all just about money, right? Because, I think it's probably with like a lot of black people. A lot of us grew up in lack, so the natural thing is like, oh well, we want to be in abundance, right? And now it's like we're always chasing. Let's get our bag. You know what I'm saying? Like let's get that money, 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 money. But uh, I think yeah, we could have all the money in the world, but it's not worth losing our soul.
Right.
So
Man, like one thing like about it, like what you just said, like black people grew up without, lack. Um, yeah, we probably majority of us lacked in, the financial wealth, but that financial wealth doesn't compare to the culture that we influence people with,
mm,
our culture, our style of music, our style, just our personal style, our foods, you know what I'm saying? Although we grew up without, but it seemed like the things that we grew up with, like, just like how we talk with each other, like the style food that we eat. Like if I was to grow up without that and grow up with money, I feel like I'll be missing on an aspect of life. You
that's
know what I'm
probably how
saying?
white people
If
feel.
you feel me, like I don't know if that made sense, but yeah, we grew up without, but it seemed like it didn't even matter. Like
Because
my family is not rich or anything like that, but I grew up. I had like my lifestyle when I was a kid was way more better than what it is now. Like I feel like I enjoyed life when I was a kid. You know what I'm saying?
carefree and
And I wasn't making money. I didn't have a car. I didn't have nice clothes. I was wearing Shacks. You feel me? So,
hey man,
and I
this is a
really,
rags to riches story right here.
bruh, and I really enjoyed life. Life was lit, bruh. Like, bro, when I
Word.
was a kid, life was lit.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not wearing Shacks now. You know what I'm saying? But life ain't the. I mean, life ain't terrible. I ain't saying my life
Right.
sucks.
Yeah.
But when I was a kid, I don't know about y'all. I grew up fun. Growing up was fun.
So like, why do you think that is? Like, we definitely have less, right, as a kid, but at the same time, or less freedoms, less responsibilities. Or maybe that's the things. Like, we have less responsibility. Maybe that's why we're.
That's part of it. Less responsibilities, but also our perception of life changes. You know what I'm saying? When you get older, it's now like, okay, life is about houses, cars,
Right.
clothes, girls,
Right.
family, or whatever it is that
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
when
That's
you were a
what life
kid,
becomes. But when you're a kid, life is about coming home, watching cartoons,
go
eating some
outside.
chips, going outside with your friends,
Right.
riding your bike in the neighborhood.
You see,
That's what life is about. And
if everyone still had that child in them, I feel like everybody would be more happy walking around because we grew up we're like, oh, man, I gotta go
right.
pay the bills.
Like I feel like if we kind of accepted where we're at in life and enjoyed the process.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Sometimes
Wow,
we
enjoy
just
the
don't
process.
we don't enjoy the process or accept where we're at in life, and we're thinking about I want to be there. I want to be man, I want to have the millions of the
Yo.
cars.
Tell me how. Hold up with my phone. I was reading this Bible verse, and he said that one of these curses was like, "You will live in constant suspense, filled with dread both night and day, never sure of your life. In the morning, you will say, if only it were in the evening, and in the evening, if only it were morning." Like you're always wanting it to be something else instead of accepting.
The now.
Exactly, and that was Deuteronomy 28, like 66.
Yeah, that sound like that whole Hebrew like doctrine teaching stuff, which I ain't really gonna get into that. I ain't with that. But you know, Jesus did tell us, "Don't worry for tomorrow worry by itself." You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
And he said,
So
like, even the birds don't worry about what they're
yeah.
gonna eat.
So me, I ain't. I had to get out of that mindset worried about. I ain't worried about it. I do think about it and I plan for it and I move according to where I want to be in the future. But I ain't like stressing it. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? But yeah. I mean, I feel like people are cursed when they don't have Christ in their life. Because if you got Christ, you got everything. Point blank. Period. Not to like keep on pressing Christ. But that's just what it is. Like if you don't have Christ, you don't have anything in life. And a lot of people, they're looking for their identity outside of Christ. Oh yeah, I'm from this part of Africa. I'm from Egypt. I'm from that don't matter, bro. You know what I'm saying? But what matters is who God called you to be. Do you know who God called you to be? You know what I'm saying?
And what's your purpose?
And what's your purpose in life? Like, that's what we need to be focused on. And when you focus on your purpose in life that God gave you, now you can move accordingly. You know what I'm saying? You're going to move with more wisdom. You're going to move a lot more swiftly rather than a wild boar just running through the woods. You know what I'm saying?
Speaking of that, how important would you say is surrounding yourself with the right kind of people is? Because you personally, I know you are really good at networking. Like when we met you, you were like, I'm like, yo, this dude is a cool dude. Like,
Yeah, right,
you know, I was like, yo, you know, I'm like, yo, he a cool dude. And you know, we recently, a couple months ago, we went to one of your networking events.
Yeah, that was dope.
And that was
Appreciate
really
y'all
cool,
coming
man.
through too.
Yeah, that was really nice. So how important would you say networking is? And like, how do you network? Because we know you're a Barbie, always talking to people. But how do you personally network? And how do you? What would you tell someone, you know, a young person right now, how important it is to surround yourself with the right kind of people?
Right. So right now I'm with my bodyguard, Dave. Yes, sir. He's over there in the cut right now. Big shout out to my boy, man. You
Better
feel
beat
me?
him up, man.
Hey, you feel me? Dave got the strap. But look, so, you know, surrounding yourself with the right people, you know, is very important because in a way you're a reflection of your environment. You know, your people is like your environment. You know, your circle is your environment. You know, and you got to be very selective and very strategic when you're around certain people. When you have certain people in your life, you get what I'm saying. So you have certain people for business. You have certain people for your spiritual. You have certain people just for just that's around you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying. But how important networking is. Networking is very important. Like God created us for us to connect with each other. So it's like a principle. It's
We're
like
not meant to
something
be
that
alone.
God placed in our lives. So imagine if we try to do everything on our own. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Imagine if we try to do everything on your own. Imagine if you try to do this podcast, this talk show on your own, by yourself, and you two didn't collab. Two is better than one.
Facts.
You get what I'm saying? So imagine you guys didn't meet each other in a network. Imagine if I seen you and instantly I seen you because I met you first.
Yeah.
No, I didn't meet you first.
You met our friend Kenzo.
Yeah, I met Kenzo first. Then Kenzo introduced me to you.
Right.
And then you introduced me to Deshaun.
Yeah.
Right. Imagine if when I seen Kenzo, I just didn't say nothing. And when he said something to me, I'm like, all right, yeah. And that was it. Now, this wouldn't be happening.
Right.
So, networking is important, bro. Like, people who are, like, antisocial or whatever stuff, man, get out of that. You retarded, bro. You tripping. I'm sorry. You're tripping. You're retarded. Because you're limiting your life. You're limiting your growth. Yeah, your potential. Because it's not like you're going to be able to do everything by yourself. Like, we're going to serve each other, help each other, and we're going to bring each other to the top.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You're going to use me. I'm going to use you.
Exactly.
And that's how we're going to make it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That's how it's supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? If we understand that, hey, we need others and we need to learn how to approach others, you know what I'm saying? We'll understand. Like we'll get to where we need to get a lot better because it's not what you know, it's about who you know.
Facts.
And like you said, how did I start learning how to network? Some people they just kind of have it in them. They're just friendly.
Because comparing networking to like relationship, when we were in church last Sunday, the pastor was like, "You gotta want to outserve one another." And we live in a society where everything's about me, selfish society. Hey man, I'm self-made. Hey, hold up. There have to be some people that help you.
Right.
You gotta have a team.
A team is important, and like you should have the mentality of wanting to serve. What can I do for you instead of what can you do for me?
Mm-hmm.
And too many people live in that. What can you do for me instead of what can I do for you?
Tom Brady didn't do it by himself.
Facts.
Facts.
Tom
Brady had a team.
Michael Jordan had a team.
Right.
Had a team, had trainers, had coaches. You feel me? Had all type of people that made him become what he became. People always like Tom Brady. Excuse me. Sorry about that.
You good?
Yeah. Whatever. Tom Brady ain't nothing without the people he had.
Facts.
You feel me?
Right.
So, yeah, man. Having a team, networking, you know what I'm saying? And respecting others, loving others, bro. Out serving others. Gonna bring you far.
How important do you think, like, because I don't know if you were there last week at Radiant.
I
He was
wasn't.
talking about,
I was out of town.
well, he was talking about, like, out serving and stuff. And you're saying, you know, in regards to, like, romantic relationships, he was like, you know, you got to make sure you outserve the other person. That's what it's about. And, like, I think he was talking more about marriage, but I'm sure it goes hand in hand with, like, relationships and stuff.
Right. No, for sure. Like, I don't think it just limits itself to marriage. But we have a relationship right now. No homo.
Brotherhood.
You feel me? It's like a brotherhood. You know what I'm saying? I'm with my security guard right now. You know what I'm saying? Grew up with this man. You know what I'm saying? We have a relationship. You know what I'm saying? Our relationship is going to be different from me and my girl's relationship.
Right.
But we got to serve one another. You know what I'm saying? He hit me up. I'm there. I hit him up. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He there.
Facts.
This man just bought me lunch today. I was like, yo, what the frick, man? I was like, yo, this man. Oh, man, you crazy.
So we all know how personal development is. Do you read a lot of books?
I want to say a lot of books, but I do read.
What is one book you think you would recommend or you think everybody should read?
Yeah.
The Bible.
Besides the Bible.
Besides the Bible?
Yes,
But we know the Bible is definitely one.
Other than the Bible, really, I just been on business books, you know. So now we go down to money, you know what I'm saying? Money management, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. A book that I just recently got into, or I just finished, is called Business Secrets from the Bible by Rabbi Daniel Lapin.
Really?
Yeah, great read.
Is it Business Bible?
Oh, yeah.
That's what it's called?
Yeah, no, it's Business Secrets from the Bible.
Business Secret. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's a Jewish, you know them Jews, boy, they know how to get that
That's
money.
That's facts.
You feel me? But I mess with it. I like it. So other than that, but a good book to read, I would say, that kind of popped it all off for me was Rich Dad Poor Dad.
One of the best books.
Yeah, Rich Dad Poor Dad like popped it off for me, and I'm like, what? Yeah, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And from there, I just like, I'm into other books too, like a lot of books that talks about health, you know, herbalism and stuff like that.
There's a good book I think you would like and you should read. It's called 7 Habits of Effective People. It's written by actually a Christian author, Stephen Covey, whatever his name is.
Yeah.
But it's a really good book. It talks
Phenomenal.
about,
I didn't finish it because I had it digitally. I was like, I want to get the.
it talks about serving, all that stuff, how to portray yourself within the workplace, within meeting people, networking, and I think it would be a great book for you.
Nice.
But like to finish this off, there's like someone out there struggling. What would you tell them like to work on? Like, hey, how can I become successful? How can I do this? Like, what is one good advice that you would give, let's say, to someone young out of high school or someone that doesn't have their life together, they're trying to figure things out? What is one good advice or a couple of advices, wisdom or words of wisdom that you would give them?
Be the best version of you. Work on yourself. Focus on yourself. At the same time, still work on your goals, but work on yourself. And the only way you're going to be able to work on yourself, you have to have a guideline to kind of grade yourself, or a rubric to grade yourself by. And that's what the Bible, the Bible tells you about different individuals, gives you an example of different individuals who, probably was strong in certain areas of their life, but lacked in a certain area. You know what I'm saying? Right. And for you to be a complete and whole person, you have to know what that actually means. For you to be complete, whole, lacking nothing. And being whole and lacking nothing comes through Christ. And focus on the characteristics of Christ. He was loving, he was kind, he was gentle, he was wise. You know what I'm saying? Multiple. He was faithful. You know what I'm saying? Things like that. So I feel like when you focus on your self-development, that's what's going to help you become successful. not actually what it is you're doing. You know what I'm saying? But you, because you is what it's you who drives everything and fuels everything to keep on going. So if you're complete and you have everything on your end intact, then I feel like that's what's gonna really help you to become successful. If that made sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those amazing words, man.
Man.
Tracks.
Words
Thanks.
of wisdom. Where can the people find you at, Don?
You can find me. Well, we have 3 different social medias, but you can find me on Instagram for right now, Don the Luxury Barber, or you can find me at donjulio.97. That's the personal page, or Divine Roots Hair Care. But yeah, that's where you can find me. I might be on more social media platforms. You can find me on TikTok too. I forgot what my TikTok name was. I just use TikTok to make videos. I'm not really on TikTok like that, but yeah, you can find me on TikTok some way, somehow. Don Julio, the barber. Don Julio, the luxury barber. Whatever.
Bet. We will also have your all your ads in the description.
Yeah.
Right. And I do have a YouTube channel.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, I gotta get it back popping. I got like 1 or 2 videos on it. I've been lazy with the YouTube, but Grind with Don. That's what my YouTube.
Okay.
That's what my YouTube channel is. I'm gonna get it back popping. I just need some motivation. Yeah.
Hey man, you are the businessman. You already motivate me.
Wow, bro, I appreciate you, bro. Hey, and I just want to thank you guys for like really, giving me an opportunity to be here and like feature on this talk show.
Man. You doing
And I'm
great
just
things in
praying
life, man.
that this becomes something way greater than what we can even imagine, and hope to be a part of it. You know what I'm saying? Years to come. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
I appreciate y'all boys.
Yeah,
Thank
yeah,
you,
for sure,
man.
man.
Appreciate you, Dave, for coming
Thank you.
with me.
And, hey boys, what do we keep doing?
Hey, hold on. What's my boy Dave? What's your @ name, bro?
Yeah.
David Wild. You feel me? Follow my boy. He makes
Instagram.
music.
Yeah.
He's an artist. Yeah,
He's an
David's Wild.
Makes
You
music.
feel me?
Definitely gotta get him on. But hey, we keep winning in life, and this was a phenomenal episode. That's a phenomenal episode. Damn! I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna